Each one has a piece. You can have that piece.
I just love it.
You come in.
So what are you doing here?
Making
Okay.
corn
I eat all that.
Corn sauce. So on the grill, and you put some olive oil on the bell peppers and corn.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Fresh ingredients. Right now we're about to go into Urban Kitchen, Cosecha Urban Kitchen, and get a little tour of the
In the kitchen.
kitchen. How about that? All right, so let's go ahead and get.
All right, so Cosecha Urban Kitchen. Let's go in the kitchen. So these are our different stations we have. This is our panini press station. This is where we make our Cuban sandwiches. We got a panini press, sandwich press. Over here is our cold station. So we prep all these ingredients up every single day, just for that day. So all your food's fresh.
Now, Bubba, what are you making right here?
4 street tacos, 2 pork and 2 steak.
Nice.
So we got our grilled tortilla, some red sauce, some slow cooked meat, onion, cilantro, and then this is fresh cheese.
Fresh cheese.
You're gonna see him put on there in a second.
Okay.
This is a Mexican fresh cheese called queso fresco, and it's similar to like a feta cheese in the texture. It's got the same texture as feta cheese, but it's milder than feta. It's got the flavor of like a mozzarella cheese.
It was pretty good, Bubba.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, he's a pro. He is a taco wrapping pro.
Oh, well, let's go on.
It's our hot side or our steam well. So these are pans that are sitting in hot water, which keeps them hot. That's how your food stays hot in a restaurant. It sits in a steam well. We got our meats, beans, queso cheese. That's everybody's favorite right there. And then over here we got our grill station. So we've got a 6-eye burner here. We've got a char broiler. We got a real street tacos. That's how they do them. And then I forgot the most important station in the kitchen, and that's the dish station.
The dish station.
That's the most important part.
Yeah.
Washing the dishes.
Get to a guacamole.
All right, so we're making guacamole. So we're gonna start with, we got our bowl full of pitted and peels taken off avocados. So I've already been squeezing some lime juice on these. The secret to making your guacamole not turn brown preserves it. Also not letting the air get to it. So when we make these, we're gonna use it like later that day. We'll wrap it up real good and let the air get to it. So we just squeeze fresh limes, fresh avocados. And that should be enough there. We're gonna take a little kosher salt here.
Kosher salt.
Kosher salt, and then give that a little sprinkle. We don't use measuring cups or anything here. We just kind of, it's more important to us that we go by taste. So we'll make something and taste it, and if it needs a little more salt, a little more lime juice or something.
So where'd y'all come up with the avocado
The
guacamole
recipe?
Yes.
Guacamole is kind of standard, like the way people make it. I think we add tomato to ours, and I think that's kind of unique. I like to incorporate tomato in a lot of my dishes.
What tomato is that?
Tomato.
What kind of tomato would you say?
We use Roma tomatoes.
Roman tomatoes.
Yeah, these little guys right here.
Okay.
They're very versatile, and they're not very expensive, so you can use them in a lot of recipes.
Nice.
So you don't want to mash this too much. You want to have some nice pieces. I have this avocado masher. That's what I use it for. So the next ingredient we're going to add is some cilantro. We got some fresh cilantro. We got some chopped up here.
I love cilantro.
Yeah, it's a great flavor. I'm going to add that. This might take a second here.
Okay.
So we got some red onion here, diced up. We're going to add that to our guacamole. The next thing we're going to add is some garlic. I like to smash my garlic first. You can use the back of the knife. Give that a little smush. Get it nice and flat, and that makes it a lot easier to chop. All right, so I got some.
I can really use some chips right
You ready?
now. Staring at some delicious
So I got some minced up garlic here. I'm gonna use about 1, maybe 2 tablespoons of that. All right, so the next thing is some tomato.
Roman tomatoes.
Roman tomato. I'm just gonna dice these up. And then this, again, is gonna take a few minutes. So we got some diced Roma tomato. We're gonna add this to our lovely guacamole here. So I mashed it earlier, and then I'm gonna add all these ingredients, and then we're gonna toss it up, and then we're done. Really, that's it. Let's see, we got avocado, lime juice, garlic, salt, tomato, onion, and cilantro, and that's it. So we're gonna give this a quick toss here. I'm just gonna fold it in. Want to keep those lumps.
Why do you want to keep the lumps?
It's just a better texture. If you over mix it, then it just gets kind of pasty, you know. And people like to see those lumps. It's, you know, that way you know it's fresh made.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it. That's guacamole right there. You're gonna taste test, and we'll let you give this a taste. Let me get you some chips to dip in there.
In it?
Give it a try. See what you think. What do you think about that?
How does it taste?
good.
You like it?
First time having guacamole?
We got a winner. If you liked it.
Nice.
All right, so today we're making tamales. Cosecha Urban Kitchen, Railroad Park. Come and see us. We're going to start with corn husks. These have been soaked in water to make them soft and pliable. So what I have here is one of 2 ingredients to go in a tamale. It's masa dough. Masa is made from corn flour. We use maseca. That's the type of corn flour we use. I just like how that comes out. So what we're going to do is we're going to form the tamale. It's about that big. And this is going to steam inside of this corn husk in this pot. And then when it's done, we'll take the corn husk off. We have a filling here. This is chicken, red sauce, a little cilantro and onion. We're just going to put that. We put a pretty generous amount of meat in our tamales. Generally, tamales have just a small amount of meat in them, but we like to really fill them up. So the next step is going to shape this. We're going to form this. We're going to use the corn husk to close that seam up in the tamale, end to end. And then we're going to take the bottom here. We're going to fold it up. We're going to roll this thing. And then once we get done, we're not quite done yet. We're going to take this and we're going to form this so it's going to cook in that nice little shape. And then we just stack these in this pot here. And we just build it all the way up till it gets full. Then we're going to stand it up and we'll put water down in the bottom. It's got a little spacer to keep it from touching the bottom. And then these will steam for about an hour. And then we just refrigerate them and heat them up to order. But that's your basic tamale because that's your urban kitchen.
Wow, nice. We're making the burrito.
Burrito.
Bro.
All meat.
All meats.
We got a 14-inch tortilla shell, flour tortilla shell. We're going to start with a little bit of pork. This is some marinated pork. To add some top sirloin steak to this. So far, it's doing pretty good so far. A lot of meat. We're going to add some chicken.
Chicken.
Just to make it a little vegetarian.
Okay.
Add some chicken too. We're not stopping there though. We're going to add some Cosecha sausage.
I love Cosecha sausage.
And it's made right here. So popular, so good. I'm just going to break this up. And then, so we got pork, steak, chicken, sausage, and then everybody's favorite,
Bacon.
bacon. We're going to Crumble this up in there. Bacon in there. All right, so I think we got enough meat in this. We're gonna take this thing over here to our cold station. We're gonna add some cheese, a little diced onion, a little cilantro, and then we're gonna finish this with some sauce.
What kind of sauce is
This
this?
is a guajillo pepper sauce.
Pepper sauce. So it's kind of spicy?
Not at all.
Not at all.
It's just made with mild red peppers. So if you ever want to know how to fold a burrito, here's how you do it. All right. Drop the sides in like that. You're gonna take the whole thing and just roll it up. We're gonna give this a quick toast on our grill over here.
How long do you toast a burrito?
Just till it's golden brown. That's the rule. Golden brown.
Golden brown.
Yep. The last menu we made, we added this. This is one of our newest items. And just public demand. You know, people like crazy things like that. We made the whale. It was the biggest burrito we could make. It takes 2 shells to make it. And then I thought, well, what can we do next? Well, let's do an all meat burrito. So.
Just like that.
For you.
Thank you. Mr. White, can you explain to us how you come up with these recipes?
That's a very interesting question. I'm glad you asked that. You know, it starts like at home. Like, you know, I just try different recipes, cook stuff at home. But where it takes a big turn in a restaurant is how do you execute that over and over again and keep the quality? So I'll give you an example. When you have something you bake in your oven, you know, you pull out of the oven, you put it on the table, you sit down and eat it, and it's amazing, right? But it might have taken 30 or 45 minutes in the oven. So how do you do that? Like you can't have a customer wait 30 or 45 minutes for something just because you want to do it. So how do you make that same thing and hold it? Or how do you make it and refrigerate it and then execute it to order? So that's really where the challenge is in a restaurant. I'm trying to think of a good example of this. So like the meat that we use here. So we have pork, steak, and chicken. And we cube them up, we butcher it ourselves, cube them into small cubes, we marinate it in mojo marinade. And that gives it a nice flavor. It's also easy to cook quickly, so we can cook in batches.
What's mojo?
Mojo, it's a Cuban marinade. They use a sour orange. Not very good to eat, but they're great for a marinade. Sour orange, garlic, and then some spices. That's the basis for the flavor of all of our
Cuban sandwich.
Well, that's something I grew up eating. Half my family's in Tampa, Florida.
Okay.
And a lot of people think the Cuban came from Miami. Miami is known for the Cuban, but it actually originated in Tampa, Florida at a little place called Ybor City.
Ybor?
Ybor. Y-B-O-R, Ybor City. So it's a little like a dock, kind of like ships would come in, there's, people, it's been there for like 100 years. But anyway, so what you have with a Cuban sandwich is you have this melding of different cultures. So you have the Cuban culture that's coming from Cuba, Miami, Florida, and then you have, like Italian immigrants, Jewish immigrants that had sandwich shops. And the Cubans make this bread, this long Cuban bread, and this mojo marinade. And then you have, like Italian immigrants who have sandwich shops, and they have salami and ham, and they're already making these subs. Well, the two of those cultures came together, and they made this Cuban sandwich. It's on the Cuban bread. It's got sliced deli ham, sliced salami, Swiss cheese, pickles, and mustard. That's the Cuban sandwich. And then pork that's marinated in mojo marinated pork. So I just think it's a cool thing. You have these two cultures that come together.
Nice.
to create this delicious food that people seem to love.
And where'd you get the idea of putting pineapples in the burrito?
I'm a little bit crazy, maybe. No, I don't know. It's just I make wacky things, and some of them are great, and some of them are terrible. You know.
So about how many recipes did you have? So how many things you have on the menu? About 25 or so.
Items on the menu right now, I think we have like 5 burritos, maybe 4 or 5 tacos, 3 salads, 3 or 4 bowls, about 5 breakfast things. So we have about maybe 25 or 30
Okay.
menu
So you have about
items.
25 or 30 menu items. How many menu ideas did you have in your head before you actually made the menu?
I don't know if there's a number. It's all I do. I'm
Okay.
obsessed with making food. So I go home and think about this. I wake up thinking about what I'm going to cook.
Will there be a new introduction to the menu, possibly?
We add things almost on a weekly basis.
Okay.
We perfect things almost on a daily basis.
Okay. So it's a live menu here, not the same thing every time you come.
Yeah.
And then tell us about the breakfast and brunch you'll have coming up.
So we've been doing breakfast. We open at 7 a.m. every day. We do a breakfast bowl, grits and eggs and sausage or bacon, and we do a breakfast burrito. We do breakfast tacos, scrambled eggs and cheese and stuff. They're great. And then we do something called a breakfast flat. It's wrapped in a tortilla. It's a little square sandwich. We panini press it and grill it. Great thing to eat on the go. And then brunch, we extend our breakfast menu on the weekends till like 3 in the afternoon, and then we have $2 mimosas and Bloody Marys.
Okay.
Not $2 Bloody Marys, but we have some cocktails to go with that, so you can get a breakfast item at 1 or 2 in the afternoon, have a Bloody Mary with it. It's a great way to wake up. You had a long night partying Friday night, and wake up and come down to the park, get a breakfast item and Bloody Mary or mimosa.
Yeah. So do y'all do any catering?
Oh yeah,
We do?
yeah, we do catering. We lease out our space. People rent the space out. We had this place out for an office party or after work or a birthday party or something like that. We cater. I mean, we've only been open for a couple of months, and we're just still kind of getting everything rolling.
Y'all have any events around town anywhere come soon?
Yes, actually, in exactly a month from today, we're doing Taste for a Cure. It benefits Parkinson's, Alabama Parkinson's Foundation. It's going to be a silent auction, and we're donating food to that. So
Okay.
we go, and we're going to serve little small appetizers.
And there will be like other restaurants across Birmingham?
Yeah,
as
there's
well?
like 9 or 10 restaurants that are
Okay.
doing this.
Nice.
We were very honored to be invited to this,
Okay.
especially being a new restaurant. Nobody really knows us yet, so it's a great opportunity for us to get our name out there.
Nice. Okay. Anything else you want to say to the viewers?
Come and see us, Railroad Park.
Yeah.
Cosecha Urban Kitchen. I don't know why I'm doing the devil horn.
Well, thank you, Mr. White. Another great video again. Guacamole, tamales. Got to see a little bit of the street taco action as well. And a little bit of corn salsa on the grill as well. If you like these videos, give me a like, subscribe. If you want to get in contact with me, my email will be right down below in the description. Until next time.